Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here on the Douro River on the new MS Andorinha, which is Tauck's newest riverboat. And we should have been here a year ago, but we're here now. It was just christened. I'm here with Dan Mahar, who's the CEO of Tauck, and we're going to hear all about this brand new ship, and it's amazing. And we're going to hear about it on Insider Travel Report. Now, Dan, first of all, thank you. We're here. It's a windy day on the Douro, right?
Beautiful day, beautiful sun, and a little wind, but that's okay too. It keeps the temperature down.
Well, indeed, you were just introduced the two godmothers, which are your colleague Jennifer Tombaugh, and the other lady. I'm sorry,
Sharon Cannon and Jennifer Tombaugh are two godmothers.
Yeah, and so you said that, and you noted that this is kind of a very apt day to do this because Lee Tauck, who was a godmother many years ago, just turned 90, right?
Yeah, that's right. Lee Tauck was godmother of the Swiss Sapphire in 2008, and today is her 90th birthday. So Lee turns 90 on August 7th, and Arthur Tauck turns 90 on September 7th. So there's a big celebration going on right now in Westport, Connecticut for Lee.
That's why they're not here. Some of the family are still back there, but you're here. You're the family here, yeah. And the member, and we're having a great time here. And it's just we're sailing. We're sailing down the Douro, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
I don't know my directions. I got to figure it out. Now let's talk a little bit. First, I wanted to ask you about how business is right now. As we emerge from COVID, where do you see it?
Business is good, and first I just want to say, James, obviously this year a meteor hit our industry, and with the pandemic, we didn't know what the business impact would be. We didn't know what the impact on all of our suppliers all around the world, and I just want to say how proud we are of the way the industry has responded. Our travel advisors, our partners, all of our Tauck team were dealt an unimaginable challenge, and everybody really came together and did a wonderful job. And most of all, we took care of our customers and we took care of our own teams, and they're demonstrating that with their trust in us. And the bookings, particularly for next year, are off the charts, very, very strong. And we have very solid bookings for the fall as well. So, we said from the beginning, what made you successful coming into COVID will keep you successful through COVID and on the other side. And I just want to, acknowledge again the way everybody worked together to take care of the customer and do the right thing and position our company and our industry for a very healthy rebound, which I think it will be.
And I believe so too. And your evidence here, we're back. I was supposed to be here, as you said, I think a year ago, March, on this same christening cruise. And now here we are in August of 2021, and things are looking great. Let's talk about this ship, because it is a very different kind of ship. It is built for the Douro. And what is it like building a ship for the Douro? What makes it different from your other river ships?
Well, first I want to say you were there in 2008 and the christening, and you saw one of our second ship actually, and now this is our 10th riverboat that we have.
It's my anniversary too, I guess.
That's right, 15 years ago. And our goal, obviously, there's some unique elements to this particular river, and we have created a vessel that will be distinctly identified as a Tauck riverboat, but at the same time has a lot of unique elements for this particular river. And so we brought our casually elegant style, our intimate orientation and numbers of customers, and then we tried to find ways that would customize the experience, again, for this river and for this region, in a number of different ways. It begins with the locks themselves and the size of the boat. The boats can only be 80 meters long versus 110 meters or 135 meters on the balance of our fleet. And so for us, that meant shrinking the number of customers, because we did not want to impact.
This is 90 passengers max, right? 90 guests, right?
Yeah, 80
max.
Roughly 80. And so instead of shrinking cabin sizes, we wanted to keep the guests love our cabins. They're very intimate. We have a complete top deck of 300 square foot suites, and we have a second deck of all junior suites. And so there's many fewer customers, which brings lots of benefits both on the ship and on land. And we wanted to bring that here. So we said, we can't mess with that. We're going to shrink the number of customers. And then how do we reimagine the balance of the ship for this climate For this region, you do not sail at night, so you're going to spend a lot more times at night on board. And that's where a lot of the, as I said, imagination came to try to create something really special.
Which, indeed, we are on the sun deck, and that is one of the design features that you did. You really had to focus on, there's an amazing pool, very different kind of pool, a lot of shade, a lot of places to get out of the sun. So talk a little bit about the sun deck, because as we're up near the bow, near the bridge, but it is different from other riverboats, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this whole region, the climate is beautiful pretty much year-round. And so we knew that guests are going to want to be up on the top deck, enjoying the views. At night, as I said, we're not cruising at night, so we're going to have many more experiences to enjoy each other's company at night. And so right from the beginning, we said, let's redesign this. And because the bridges are a bit higher, so we can have a boat that's a little bit higher as well. And so we've built a pool. We have
a very unique pool. I've never seen a pool like that. Some people have pool bars and things like that, and little kind of plunge pools, but this is not a plunge pool.
No, it's special. It's stunning, and we have an outdoor bar, an outdoor dining area. We have Balinese-style day beds for enjoying the views. Yeah. We have, and then probably the most unique features is we have Arthur's, which is our rear bistro. We have on all of our vessels.
Named after Arthur Tauck, right?
After my father-in-law, and you were there when we first designed that element, and to have a second restaurant on board, and like our other boats, it now has a complete second.
But this is a little different, though. This is on not stilts. It's on elevator, right? Because they have to put it down into the deck when we have to get through something. So that was a very interesting feature. Right?
It hasn't been done anywhere. It's on hydraulic lifts, and it actually raises up, surrounded by glass, and provides just an extraordinary dining experience with these views. And so, our partner that we've collaborated now, and this is our 10th vessel. We just
solo, right?
The Wrightsma family, Arno and Robert Wrightsma, and they've become very good friends over the years. And I remember when we first started with them, we said, we don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Okay. And how do we create that for our customers, which is not only what happens on board, but also what happens obviously on land with our guides and the way we build our itineraries. But with this particular vessel, we challenged, and they came back with some amazing ways to accomplish, and I think the end result is something our customers are going to enjoy.
Well, the other thing absolutely, and the other thing that struck me is that when you come into reception and you look around, and traditionally you go up one deck or maybe to go into the lounge, which is sort of the heart of most river ships, and you would go downstairs to go to the main dining room. You kind of combine the two in this great sort of atrium style. It's something I've never seen.
We did, and again, that's a response to the climate and the smaller number of customers. So we were able to open up and create an atrium, very light-filled, airy, bright feeling that is really delightful. And then the second part of this whole design experience was to really personalize it to this region. And we have been so taken with the passion and the sense of partnership from so many existing suppliers and partners we've had for a lot of years with our land programs, right, and some of our small ship programs that visit here in Portugal. But then for river cruising, they've come up with all these new and different ways. And so to more personalize the whole experience to the region, we've really keyed off a few themes. The tiles, you probably have noticed.
I did see the tiles in the dining room. I saw them. Yeah. Right.
In the dining room, there's a beautiful.
Compass rose.
Yep, right? And there's a beautiful reception. A tile, personally done just for this vessel. A Iberian Peninsula, map of the Iberian Peninsula, all done in tile. You'll see it in your rooms, in each of the cabins. There's all these design elements. Obviously, we picked up on the whole wine.
Portuguese wines are excellent.
Right, and that's a key part of this whole region. So in addition to having a really nice wine cellar, we have picked up the wine theme. You'll notice again in your rooms, in the Compass dining room, and various elements around. And then we bought local furnishings. We had a really beautiful table, custom made for our chef's table, in the Compass dining room. So lots of different ways we were able to.
That's where we're dining tonight, I think, right?
That's right. Yeah, you'll enjoy that.
So it really is really customized, and you do reflect all this Portuguese culture in here, in Spanish, because you do go to Spain. Talk about the itineraries that you're on, because you can do 7 days on the Douro, but then you have a pretty extraordinary itinerary that takes in both Lisbon and takes you all the way to Madrid, right?
That's absolutely right. We wanted 3 itineraries from the outset, and we have sort of what is more of a grand itinerary that begins down in Lisbon. and then you come up to Porto, then 7 nights on the river, and then you go down to Madrid. And then we have a family itinerary that operates for our Tauck Bridges brand that operates all summer long, and that's primarily a Porto 7-night itinerary, and then we have a Porto 7-night itinerary that operates in spring and fall as well. So it mixes with a longer itinerary.
No, that's a nice set. And then when you get off the ship, you're kind of known for your tours and your experiences. Talk a little bit about this kind of special tours that you have when you're off, because you are cruising some days. You're cruising on the river, but then you're going to get off and see the sights, right?
Every day, and that's what we bring, is our decades-long experience in crafting really interesting experiences that bring you closer to the way of life in each place we visit. And we love creating long-term relationships with local businesses, local families, who invite us into their homes or to their winery or to their shop, and they share their passion with our customers to get them a better view and a better understanding of life as a whole. So a lot of what our product managers do is try to craft an experience from beginning to end that collectively brings our guests deeper and more immersive into the destination. And we have a lot of these experiences, and some we promote and some we don't promote.
Right. Well, we were experiencing some. I mean, we started off in Madrid, a lovely hotel to start with. Right now you're using the Westin Palace, but Madrid is an amazing city. It was my first time, and I'm shocking I never went there. And then on the way, it's about a 3-hour drive to where the boat is docked in the north of the Douro, at least where it was for the christening here. And then on the way, we went to a fabulous town, Salamanca, right?
That's right, and a lovely town. It's a university town, so a very strong, youthful vibe. It's got some beautiful monasteries and just a beautiful place to walk. So we create experiences for our customers to dine and enjoy through guided walking tours at that town. And I tell you, it's got tremendous energy. And I think people are really going to like that experience.
Now, once you're on the river, what are some of the places you port at?
We port Regua, Barca d'Alva, where we just were today, obviously Porta, and then little towns along the way. And then we have some wonderful sparkling events, these special experiences we have off the ship. We have a dining at a great vineyard. We'll have a great opportunity to dine there. We also have a lot of active experiences. We'll have some guided hikes, some guided bike trips. So there's really something for everybody. Or you can just sit here and enjoy this beautiful sun deck, which I know some of our customers are going to want to do some days as well.
Absolutely,
and why shouldn't they? It's designed for that experience as well.
No, and that is one of the you're supposed to be sailing on the rivers. You got to experience it. Now, I'll just leave it with what's your kind of favorite feature of this ship?
I think my favorite feature is the way it's designed for our guests to gather and connect with each other and just enjoy this breathtaking scenery. This is a river that is really defined by the scenery. And, some itineraries have, larger cities and smaller towns. This is spectacular scenery and spectacular opportunities to have these experiences ashore, but then come back on board and just enjoy the time with whom you're traveling and then meet other great, interesting people and create memories.
A lot of great place to meet new friends and share experiences. Now, I guess one of the other last questions is what else would you like to say to the travel advisors out there about this brand new product from Tauck? It's the first time you've been on the Douro, and it was a long time coming because we had to wait a year during this crazy year, but here we are.
That's right. It was supposed to be March 30th last year, and now here we are, August 7th. And what I'd like to tell our travel advisors is thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all of your support over the years. The things that your customers love about Tauck river cruising on the Rhine, on the Main, on the Danube, on the Rhone, on the Seine, you're going to find those experiences here as well. And so I think for new customers or existing customers, this itinerary is really outstanding, and I'm very confident of the experience they're going to have.
And we're so happy to be here, right?
And I'll tell you, it is just great being back in Europe. My first time back in Europe since November of 19, I was on a trip to southern France, and then I went up to Amsterdam, and that's where we pulled this boat out. We floated it out, and I spent 2 nights on board then. And then, how ironic, didn't expect that, but the very next time I was in Europe is now here. And I'll tell you, it's special being back in Europe. It feels great. It feels very comfortable, feels safe. And all the guests I've talked to so far from their experience in Madrid and Salamanca are very, very happy.
Well, we could just talk briefly about that. You do have a lot of protocols on board, and you're trying to, adhere to the local protocols for COVID and everything else, right?
That's absolutely right. And so every different region is, is happy.
Everyone's vaxxed, right?
And everybody's vaccinated. And that's a requirement. Yep.
Okay, well, that's why we're no masks here, although we did wear some masks when we were in Spain because that's the new protocol there. But it's been an amazing trip. Well, Dan, I want to thank you for inviting me on board. It's been fabulous to see the christening, see the ship. Again, as I said, it was 10 years ago when I went to that other christening, and it was an amazing time. And equally now, it's a year late. That's too bad, but we're here.
We're here, and we're enjoying it, and it's wonderful to see our whole industry restarting. I think this is a symbol of the restart of the travel industry here in Europe and elsewhere, and we just couldn't be more pleased to be part of it, and we're just so proud of everybody involved to make this moment happen. So thank you, James, for coming.
You're quite welcome. I'm happy to be here, and I am James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.